All right, guys. I wanted to do a quick video on finding the GCF, which stands for the greatest common factor. And I'm going to do I'm going to go three examples of how to use a factor tree to do this. But let me jump into this. I was watching a couple videos, and I saw one student made this point. He says GCF is really FCG. And I thought about it, and he's right. The first thing you do is factor, then you find what's in common, and then you find the greatest number of what's in common. And that's how you find the GCF. So I like to use the factor tree, so let's go. So if you did not or have not watched my video on rules of divisibility, I'm going to include a link here so that you can watch it, because I think it's important when you're factoring if you know the rules of divisibility. So the very first number I always start with 2. And I can divide 36 by 2 because I know the last digit is even number. So this is going to be 218. This can also be divided by 2 because it ends in 8. So this is going to be 29. Now 9 is not divisible by 2, but it is divisible by 3. So I can go 3 and 3. So my factor tree is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. All right. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do the same thing. I can divide this. I can split it in half because this ends in a 4. 32. I can split this in half because it ends in a 2, 216. I can split this in half because it ends in 6, 2, 8. I can split this in half because it's 8. I can split this in half because it's 4. So it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That is factor. Now, I'm just going to look. I factored it. What's in common? Well, this has 2 2's. This has 2 2's. So there's nothing else. So we can go ahead. That's the greatest things that are in common. So 2 times 2 is 4. So that is our GCF. 2 times 2. Now, let's go over here. Same thing. Let's factor it down. I can factor this 221. I can go 3, 7. So 2 times 3 times 7. Now, I was able to split this because of the 2. I was able to divide this because 2 plus 1 is 3, which means it's divisible by 3. All right, let's do this one. I can divide this in half, 254. I can divide this in half, 227. Now, I can't divide 27 in half, but 2 plus 7 is 9, so I can divide it by 3. I can divide this by 3. So my 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. That is the factor tree. Now we're looking for what's in common. Well, I have a 2 and a 3 on this tree. I also have a 2 and a 3 in this tree. 2 times 3 is 6, so 6 is the GCF. All right, one more. 39 and 61. I can't divide this by 2, but 3 plus 9 is 12, so I can actually divide this by 3. It's going to be 3 and 13. And then let's see what we got here. I can't divide this by 2. 6 plus 3 is 9, so I can divide it by 3. That's going to be 21. 21 is divisible by 3. So it's 3, 7. And those are all prime factors. So 3 times 13, 3 times 3 times 7. They both have a 3 in common. So 3, that's the greatest number of things that they have in common. Nothing else. So 3 is the GCF. That's how you do it. Let's take one of these. Let's take this. So I'm going to say, what's the GCF for 105 and for 14, right? So let's see. We can divide this by 3. So this will be 3 and what is that? That'll be 35. And then I can go 5 times 7, okay? For this one, I can divide this by 2, so this will be 2 and 7. So the greatest common factor is 7. All right, that's how you do it. GCF is 7. Like once you learn how to do your factor trees, this is really a simple process. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. That was my alarm telling me my time is up. Gotta go.